Hey guys, good morning. It's Aaron Farmer with MySugarFreeJourney.com, and this is Weight Loss Wednesday. So it's January 13th. We've been going on about 2 weeks of really getting back into this, and I'm down 9 pounds, so I'm at 291, which is nice. I mean, it's nice to see. I mean, it's not a ton of that I'm losing every day, but it's nice to see kind of little the the program that I'm using, the app that I'm using to track my weight, just to see that line start to go down in a downward direction. It's nice. Um, as I'm doing this, I'm trying to keep an eye out for what trips me up, for the things that I have the most difficulty with. And so last night was one that I didn't anticipate. I got to go see 13 Hours, which is the new Michael Bay movie for about Benghazi. He had this big premiere at Texas Stadium, or actually it's AT&T Stadium, Cowboy Stadium, whatever you want to call it. And it was huge. I mean, there's so many people there. It was free. It was open to the public, and we all got to go. And they were giving away a free drink and free popcorn. So the popcorn isn't on my isn't on my diet. It's not because then it has sugar in it, which I'm sure it doesn't. But it's a grain. It's carby. It's not something I want to do. But I got there at 5, stood in line, and about 7 o'clock, I'd have eaten anything they put in front of me because I hadn't eaten since lunch, and I forgot. And I knew I was going to be there. I was going to be there until 10. So this was me not planning ahead. If I had just grabbed a bag of almonds or something at the store before I headed up there and had that in my back pocket or something, I would have been able to do it. I couldn't buy anything because everything they had to sell was like nachos and pretzels and other things that were just as bad as the popcorn. And the popcorn was free. So this reminded me, as I'm going through this, I'm learning, but it reminded me that the need to plan ahead, to think about what's going to happen, to make sure that you're not in a position where you're setting yourself up to fail. Basically, that you have a backup plan, and you can, you've got access to what it is that you need to eat. So that's it. But even with that, I was a little disappointed because I was right at 290 yesterday, and I thought, oh, maybe I would say I was 10 pounds down. And I woke up this morning, I was 291. So I think the popcorn actually gained a pound. Because then not only, after all that was over, I had to go grab something to eat. I think I grabbed some chicken nuggets or something at McDonald's just so I could eat something. It's 10 o'clock at night and not have to go to bed on an empty stomach. So it wasn't the most well-planned night of the week. I wish that I had spent a little more time thinking that through, but and I wish I would have been able to say that I'm 10 pounds down after 2 weeks. That would have been nice. But 9 pounds, that's not bad, and we're going to continue to work on this. I'm a little excited that the weather's warming up a little bit because I've got my bicycle just sits outside my door, and I don't really want to ride it because it's been so cold. Now I'm in Texas. Cold is different for me than it is for anybody up north. There's no snow on the ground. There's no ice anywhere. Cold is just cold. It's like put on a windbreaker cold. But apparently that's cold enough to keep me off the bike. So I'm excited it's going to warm up and that I can hop on my bike and get maybe get a few miles in on that. I'm sure there's something. Pardon me. I wonder if there's something I can use to track what I'm doing. I did buy. It's not a Fitbit, but it's called a Gear 2. But it keeps track of when you're walking and heart rates and that kind of thing. So I'm interested in seeing what that does. Right now, it just tells me that I only walk about 6,000 or 7,000 steps a day, and I need to pick it up a little bit. So that's it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm 9 pounds down, Weight Loss Wednesday, and things are going well. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about my body. I'm learning a lot about what I need to do in order to be faithful to this this program, I guess, that I've set up, this diet. I don't really like to call it a diet, but I'm learning a lot about who I am and what I need to do to be successful at this. So On the blog this week, I finally put up my recipe for the my stuffed bell peppers. It went up a day late because I worked on this thing, the video for it. I worked on it all day Monday, and it was supposed to, usually I can get them done in about 2 or 3 hours, but everything crashed, everything failed. I had to start that video over from scratch 3 times because my computer just lost the file. And by the end of it, I was so stressed. So it went up Tuesday instead of Monday. So I apologize about that. But it is up. Go check on the blog my stuffed bell pepper recipe. I love it. There's no rice in it. There's no sugar in it. There's a wonderful. It took me a little while to figure out how to make it without sugar or without rice. I usually use rice for filler, but I got it figured out. So if you want to check that out, it's on the blog. Sugar-free stuffed bell pepper recipes, and totally unsolicited. If you get a chance to go see 13 Hours, the new Michael Bay movie, it's called 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi, I think is what it's called, the full name for it. It's crazy good. Like, it is really, really, really good. And it was a little more special for us because they had the not only the actors that played the parts, but the soldiers who's, because it was a real story, the soldiers who survived that ordeal. And we got to, watch them and hear from them and hear interviews from them. They were all there, and we got to, see them on stage and talk to them a little bit. It was crazy. Just to hear their stories and then to see it, Michael Bay likes explosions, to see it up on the big screen. And when I say big screen, AT&T Stadium has the biggest screen. I don't know why I'm saying screen. Has the biggest screen, I believe, in the world. I know when it was built, it was the biggest in the world. I don't know if somebody's built a bigger one since then, but it's a massive screen, and they've got this huge sound system. It sounded like bullets were just whizzing over my head. It was amazing. So yeah, please go check it out. 13 Hours, wonderful story about some great American heroes. So I need to cut this off. 7 minutes is too long for a Weightloss Wednesday. I appreciate you watching. This is Aaron with My Sugar-Free Journey. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Come over to the blog and subscribe to the daily email to make sure you never miss a post. I appreciate you watching. We will talk to you later. Bye-bye.